my name is Farhanny and I will tell you about definition of sound types and genre. There are two perspectives about sound in games. First, from Karen Collins, and second, from Sander Huberts and Richard Van Toe. Both of them describe all the main types of game audio but in two different descriptions about it. Karen Collins said that there are four groups of sounds in games. First is dynamic audio. Dynamic audio is sound that react to changes in gameplay, environment, and input from the user. From dynamic audio, there are adaptive audio and interactive audio. Adaptive audio is sound that occurs in the game environment, reacting to gameplay rather than input from user. Meanwhile, interactive audio is a sound that reacts to the gameplay but also responding to the user input. The next group is the diegetic sounds. Diegetic sounds are real sounds that occur within hearing distance of the user, such as sound effects and dialogue. In diegetic sounds, there are three subs, which are non-dynamic diegetic audio, which is sound that occurs within hearing distance of the user, but user has no direct involvement in the sound. The next sub is adaptive diegetic audio. These sounds only react to changes in game environments and still is not directed towards the player. The last sub for this group is interactive diegetic sounds. The difference between this sub and the others that the sound occur in the player's space and player can directly interact with it. For example, footsteps and weapon impact. The third group is non-diegetic sounds that refers to background music and sound effects. Like diegetic sounds, this group also includes three subs. First, adaptive non-diegetic sounds. These sounds occur in reaction to gameplay but are affected by the player and also not in any part of environment and cannot be heard by the game characters. The next sub is interactive non-diegetic sounds. They are sounds that can be affected by gameplay or the player but cannot be heard by the game characters. The third sub is non-dynamic linear sounds. They are sounds that are affected by the player's input or gameplay. These sounds are usually found in uninterruptible cutscenes. The last group is kinetic gestural interaction that refers to diegetic or non-diegetic sounds which the player and typically characters participate physically with the sound on screen. For example, using a controller to play instrument on screen. However, you can see that Karen Collins' descriptions are complicated. So here's some simplified form from Sander Hubert and Richard Van Toe. They also divided it by four groups, which are zone, effect, affect, and interface. Zone refers to environmental sound. For example, then, effect refers to diegetic sounds during gameplay that are produced. This is the example.
Tango down in Sector 1 Alpha. X-ray down. Tango down. Keep moving.
Affect refers to non-diegetic sound that set the mood of the game, like this.
Not good.
Lastly, interface refers to non-diegetic sounds that can be menu sounds or sounds related to the HUD. The main use of these sounds is to convey information that isn't setting the mood. The next topic is about the definition of sound genre in games. They were closely associated with particular styles of music, and these are the categories. The first category is social, casual, or puzzle. The music type of this game is often repetitive. Many of these games are often fairly undemanding in terms of processing so that they can be accessible to older platforms or work on the web. It is the easiest and cheapest music process. Next, platformer or arcade. This genre is most closely with the idea of game music as if it has a case of its own. The iconic feedback sounds and gameplay sounds, and it is not unusual to find an extremely reactive score that speeds up or suddenly switches depending on game events. Then, driving, simulation, or sports. Driving is closely associated with playing back your own music or listening to the radio. It's normal if this genre remains dominated by the use of licensed popular music soundtracks. Simulation typically do not have music apart from the menu. Meanwhile, sport-based games aim closely represent the real life experience. Next is strategy. Role-playing games or massively multiplayer online games. It is often important defining both the location and the culture of the player and player's immediate surrounding. Lastly, adventure, action, and shooter. This genre is probably the most cinematic of game genres. These games aim to use music to support the emotions of the game narrative. Thank you!